to your afternoon drive. We're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on WLBT Plus. So we're going to dive into a detailed look of your local forecast into this weekend because we got quite a bit of rainfall on the way. We were just sitting here talking about that. So you can see the live views out there across the area. It is it's very quiet for now, which is nice. You can go out and enjoy all the beautiful weather while you can because we're going to be seeing some changes going into o'clock into the afternoon. It started coming in waves though. So we get that first wave into the day, into the really later half of the afternoon, and then it clears up and you're thinking, oh, well, we're done. That's great. Wrong. We're expecting widespread coverage of some storms, some of which fairly strong, maybe even severe, but more than likely not looking at a lot of severe weather. More than likely just going to be talking about damaging winds at most with some maybe possible quick spin-ups. But otherwise, we're going to be looking at mainly a heavy rain threat. Flash flooding is going to be a major concern with this system. Most of the area getting roughly 1 to 3, but some areas upwards of 4, maybe 5 inches of rainfall. So that's going to be our biggest concern going into the weekend.
Yeah, especially in our southwestern counties. So Adams, Wilkinson, Franklin, that's what we're looking at. A lot of potential for some very heavy rainfall, but all of us could see some isolated flash flooding instances as we head into your early Sunday morning hours. So don't be surprised if you wake up Sunday to some rumbles of thunder. But like Chase said, thankfully, the overall severe threat, very minimal for this system.
And thankfully, it pushes off to the east, roughly into those later church time hours. So you might not want to go to the early morning service. If you do have to go on out early Sunday morning, you might want to wait a little bit. That system should track off to the east just in time for lunch. And most of us will still be looking at some spotty showers, but thankfully, nothing crazy. We still do have that slight risk for areas into the southwestern portions of the state for damaging winds, some small hail, and maybe the quick spin up tornado. We were just talking about the energy still there, although it's minimal. It's still not zero. So that's something that if we do get some forcing going on, just a little bit of turning. Anae's mic is flying out of the picture there.
Shot for a second there. I barely touched it. But okay, I'll just like keep it down here.
that's
Yeah.
okay. That's really funny.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
it's-
I'm really glad I wasn't leaning forward.
Yeah.
Like, what if I was just like?
well, it's Friday. It's trying to escape to the weekend just like we are. So
Yeah, that's true.
otherwise, Sunday again, we're in that marginal risk. Still could stick around for a little bit as it pushes off to the east. But otherwise, our main threats are still into the weekend. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds still fairly low. The damaging wind threat could pick up a little bit. Flash flooding, in my mind, is the biggest concern for more of a widespread portion of the area. So while tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds mainly stay off to the south, I feel like flash flooding could be a concern no matter really where you are, just because of how much rainfall we could see in such a short time span as well. So that's just something that we should keep in the back of our mind going into the weekend. That's for sure.
Yeah, and some of the good news is like because of all that rain that we
Mhm.
saw kind of last week, the drought monitor is looking better.
Yeah, actually, I'll pull that up right now.
So we're getting some more of those rain chances as well as we head into the month of November. It looks like we can see stray showers for the first weekend of November.
Yeah,
but
but
until then,
we got
pretty
to
dry.
really focus on. We went too fast there on.
Yeah.
Well, this is a look at Friday afternoon into the evening.
Mhm.
Not looking at a lot of rainfall. Thankfully, that
Yeah.
boundary that's expected to bring to slight rainfall chances really doesn't move into the weekend. Obviously, that can change into next week. So we'll have a much more clear picture into your Halloween forecast. But regardless, we're going to be looking at much more dry conditions into the week ahead.
Yeah.
Very isolated and spotty in terms of rainfall coverage. Where's the drought monitor? It's right up here, I thought.
Thankfully, still looking dry for your Halloween, just like Chase was saying.
Yeah.
This is October 31st. It's gonna be dry. Also gonna be pretty cool. But across the area, like we were mentioning a few moments
Mhm.
ago, the rainfall that we got last week, that's really helped. Even though we're still slightly behind on our totals for this time of year, we see that the lower Delta region that had previously had moderate drought conditions, now only
Just
in the
dry.
dry category. We still have a few dry spots, but overall,
Mhm.
thankfully, no drought. We're getting more of that rainfall, probably a little too much rainfall over the weekend
Of course,
in
it's
some
not
areas in a short period of time.
There
We're
it
going to
goes.
get a couple inches. You notice that over across parts of the Mississippi River, for
Mhm.
sure. Our counties that are closer to the west, getting lots of that rainfall. All of us getting a little bit, and then we will be drying out heading into much of the work week.
Yeah, it'll look much better next week, and temperatures will also be dropping as well. So I'm actually going to pull out the 7-day temperature trend. And good morning, Melissa Price. I hope you're having a great morning. Saw you early at 7 a.m. So happy to see that you're still doing well. And like I said, temperatures going to keep dropping. So once we get through the system Saturday, Sunday, really Tuesday of next week, we'll start to see our temperatures drop below average. And then by Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday, we'll be down into the mid 60s for highs. It's going to feel fantastic for Halloween. Are you going to
Yeah.
dress up as anything?
I'm going to dress up Monday.
Monday?
Yes.
Oh, what are you doing Monday?
Little Halloween activities before the actual
Okay.
holiday. I fear I'll be at work Friday and
Mhm.
Saturday morning at 4 a.m.
Oh.
Of course, the weekend shows
Mm-hmm.
6 a.m. I'm going to be here tomorrow. So I don't know
Yeah.
why we were talking about. Yay, weekend. I'm going to be here.
Yeah, don't.
I'm going to
Don't
be here
worry.
the whole time. You guys are going to see Relicia and I at 8 here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be on the air at 6.
Okay.
6 to 8.
Perfect.
6 to 7.
So people can get live updates then and there. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll be all well and good for staying updated throughout the day. You'll have a day to make sure you are prepared for the system that rolls through tomorrow night. But otherwise, it's not going to be looking too bad afterwards.
Yeah, we should point out though with the afternoon highs being this low, overnight lows will be in the low 40s for many days, expected to be pretty much mid to low 40s. So we are tracking the potential for some areas. If you get cooler than that, then we'd be into early frost territory.
Yeah,
At
sure.
that point, if you reach 40 degrees, 38 degrees in a few spots in North Mississippi, especially, we're looking at the potential for seeing some frost, which I personally, I'm not ready for frost season. I'm not ready to
You don't like
actually
the cold?
see. I hate the cold.
Oh.
I cannot stand.
Well,
the
at least you
cold.
live in the right state then, because
That's true. I even think it feels better here just from North Mississippi, but still, yeah. Overnight lows dropping into the low 40s. I'm not excited for that.
yeah.
And just keep that in mind if you have plants outside.
Mhm.
Just have a heads up heading into next week. We're getting into that territory, could be
Mhm.
potentially dangerous depending on what type of plants you have. So
That's true. My plants have been fried since the summer. So they're pretty much done. So I won't even care about the frost. I'm actually going to enjoy the nice cool weather. I'm opposite of Annea. I love the cold. So I'm very happy to actually get a little taste of some chilly weather back in the area. So
yeah.
otherwise, that's really all we got for you. Just make sure you go out and try to enjoy this weekend while you can. If you do get caught outside, make sure you keep your reindeer close by just in case. Otherwise, that's all we really got for you. So Annea will have more updates for you into the day tomorrow, and Elise and Ashley will have updates for you throughout the rest of the day today. Otherwise, have a great one.